All right, boom. It's video 2. It's also day 53. Yeah, but we move. So, my name is Jem, and this is my 75-day challenge series. And today I'll be talking about discipline and motivation. I think those two topics are very, very important when taking on a challenge like this. Like, I don't think you'd get through 75 days if you didn't have discipline, and I don't think you'd even start if you didn't have the motivation in the first place. So, how are some ways that I've managed to stay disciplined and motivated? Well, I'll share that with you now. So the first thing is not putting too much pressure on myself. Well, I'm sure some of you are very familiar with the 75 hard challenge, which has like a full list of habits that you kind of create over the time period. If you Google it, you would see, and I'm sure there are some people who are actually doing that particular challenge. But I have good habits already in some of those areas. And so I kind of did like a catered vision to my lifestyle and my current needs right now. With that being said, it was very motivating for me to get on this challenge because, and that's the fact, I have a because. I think it's a great way for me to take control of my personal fitness, my health, and also myself, aka discipline. Staying disciplined is very important, taking on a challenge, any task, any life goals. Like, discipline is a big part of our existence and ultimately our progress sometimes. So, 3 strategies I've used to stay disciplined in this challenge. Number 1, I actually try not to be results driven. Like, I've found whenever I look for results is when I can easily make decisions like, oh, well, this is not working like I wanted to. Therefore, I might fail to exercise in the way I wanted or at the intensity level I wanted to because I'm looking for results. So having a non-results oriented approach is how I manage to stay disciplined as number 1. Number 2, self-control and also practice. Discipline is something you definitely have to practice. Like, you have to get up every day and say, I'm going to do X by X by X or Y by Z. And you have to do it. Like, and that's how you get disciplined, by giving yourself tasks and adhering to it. So eventually you becoming more in control of yourself. And that's my second strategy for staying disciplined. Number 3, an experimental approach. Now, if I don't actually want to do something, I approach it from an experimental point of view so that I have no choice but to complete the task before I decide if it was worth it to stay disciplined, if that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, you could blaze me down in the comments, but that's okay. Alright, so this one a little more close on, but staying motivated. I'll give you three ways that I personally stay motivated during this challenge, and this might apply in your life as well. But number 1, having a real reason for living and a reason for what you're doing. You have to find ways to stay motivated. Have a general purpose for your life. Like, decide what you want to do with it and just go at it. You could change on the way, you could change your heart, change your mind, doesn't matter, but at least have something you want to work on for the rest of your life. Like, that's number 1. Number 2, align yourself with like-minded people. They took on a challenge or took on a new aspect of their life and pursued it and continue to do it. Like, I find that level of camaraderie helps me stay motivated. That's number 2. And being able to share this with you and for anybody who's watching, and also myself being able to look back on something like this and know that I've completed it, hopefully it inspires and motivates myself more for future projects, and hopefully it inspires and motivates you as well. So that's my 3rd strategy. If I had to give any advice to anybody who was struggling with their own challenges, I would say don't quit, especially like the 75-day challenge or this format. I'd say don't quit if you falter a little bit. I think give yourself the best chance at growing and kind of growing your capacity to remain disciplined and to be more disciplined. So don't beat up yourself too much. If you do miss some things, I know that's not the nature of the challenge. People say they have to start over from one. I don't think putting high stipulations and something like that would motivate you. Remember, you're human. Mistakes will be made. It's just how you stay disciplined and motivated. And most importantly, do it for you. Like, you don't want to be great. One last piece of advice: start a challenge. Any challenge, something in your field of expertise, something in your list of hobbies, start something, anything, challenge yourself. In a nutshell, discipline is what going to take you far, and motivation is what going to take you further. Alright, so next video, I'm going to be talking about nutrition and fitness, and I will see you all there.